Happy travelers, vacation travel hacks here with the complete guide to reserve dining at all 4 theme parks in Walt Disney World. So if you're thinking of going this summer, then this is for you. This is a one-stop shop. We will have menus, prices for adults, kids, breakfast, and dinner. You can get the same information by going to the Walt Disney World website, except here, you don't have to do all the clicks. I present it to you. I can tell you about my experiences dining there. And if you have a picky eater, you'll be able to quickly glance at the menu to decide, hey, this is a place that my family should go to, or hey, maybe not. And it will help you budget because we include the prices. Now, reserve dining, if you're new to Disney, there's pros and cons to it, just like everything else in life. The pro of reserve dining is you don't have to hunt for seats. You're not eating on trash cans. That's if you're new to Disney. That's something we do. It's called the Epcot dining table. A lot of people eat in trash cans here. But the more pros, it's air conditioned, a chance to rest your feet. There's free refills, and with sodas running $3 to $5 a piece, I mean that's. You get 3 or 4 refills, you're staying hydrated, and there's value. And then, of course, the experience. Most of the reserve dining in Disney World is as unique as each ride. Each ride kind of builds an experience, the lighting, the characters, the seating, the decor. So there's a unique experience in each one of these options. This video will go into kind of the ambiance as well. Now, there's cons. The cost compared to quick service, getting a hot dog at on Main Street, you can get a hot dog for $10, $11. If you're getting that same hot dog in a reserved dining area, probably be about $23. And there's gratuity. I didn't include a gratuity, but I put a cost in there twice. So we'll just assume one of those is gratuity. But it goes to a good cause. And then time, a lot of people say, oh my goodness, it takes so much time to eat there. We're adamantly opposed to spending that much time. Listen, if you're in a hurry, go grab yourself a dog, mash it down, and then go get in line for something. And but otherwise, if you build it into your day, like, hey, we're going to go be at the theme park for 8 hours, maybe an hour and a half off your feet ain't such a bad thing. Maybe it is. Maybe it's horrible. You get to choose. And then sometimes there can, even though you're reserved, can be a little bit of a wait for a table. As they used to say in the show Seinfeld, you're going to take in the reservations. You just need to hold the reservations. Normally, 95% of the time, if I make a reservation for 5, I'm normally seated by 5:15. And there's even remote check-in. So like if I'm on the way there, I can check in. And, by the time I get there, the table is just about ready. But maybe a handful of times out of like 5 years, and we do sit down dining, breakfast and dinner. Maybe 5 times I have to wait more than 30 minutes, maybe. But we're, just to let you know that's there. That's the pros and the cons. Let's get into the reserved dining. Here's, kind of the flow of the Magic Kingdom. You'll see maps here and how to, kind of backtrack it. In other videos, we show you how to not overlap. Let's get into some dining here. So at the Magic Kingdom, the big one, these circles are the places we're going to discuss. These are the names, and we will kind of go in logical order. If the entrance is down here, the first place you see on your right is Tony's Town Square. So when do they do lunch? When do they do dinner? They don't do breakfast. The lunch and the dinner menu's the same. That's the time. That's the hours of operation. Here is where it's located, right here, opposite of the flagpole, right on your right. And here's the menu. So you can get an appetizer if you'd like. The bread is bread and it's pretty good. Fried mozzarella, my kid likes that. When you go in there, think of it, it's more of like a Beauty and the Beast theme. No. The 2 dogs. I forget the name of it. It's not Beauty and the Beast. I misspoke. But the 2 dogs that eat spaghetti and they kiss. It's more of that theme. I'm not very good with names, but I know the name of this place. It's Tony's Town Square. If you know the name, just drop it in the comments. Bail me out here. I'll think of it later. So if you like spaghetti and meatballs, I've had that. It's good. Chicken Parmesan, I've had that. It's good. It's kind of, if you're like, well, I've eaten at Olive Garden. Is it like that? Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. I've also eaten the steak. Back when there was the dining plan, I would always get the most expensive thing. That was the steak. It was a good steak. Not the best steak. Later on, you'll see which place has the best steak. For your kids, a lot of kids like chicken strips and pizza. Does this place have it? No, it doesn't. But if you want to see your kid eat spaghetti, depending upon how young, bring some napkins, and you'll be okay. Grilled chicken, macaroni and cheese. This is what's available for the kids, and so maybe this is for you. Maybe it's not. Dessert. What kid doesn't love dessert? I've had the strawberry shortcake. It's a unique take, not an angel food cake strawberry and shortcake. More of like a pound cake strawberry shortcake. But the tiramisu, pretty good. And listen, if you need a sugar fix, can't go wrong with ice cream. All right, let's move on to the plaza. So you work on down Main Street. You're looking at the castle. Take a right. The plaza is right. This little circle right here. Appetizer. Kick off your day with some chili. Who doesn't love chili? We've had the loaded fries. They are actually pretty solid. Otherwise, you're going to enjoy a nice sandwich here. Families enjoy the Plaza Reuben. I've got the Main Street Burger. Of course, I had the steak salad. Had to try it. Meatloaf was good. Everything except the. We're not vegetarians, but if you've had an Impossible Burger, it's the same kind of meat. At least you know it's there, and that's pretty good. And then what were your kids eat? Hey, chicken strips. They're back. Take a look. Boom. There you go. Cheeseburger. And then a PB&J. You're living the dream there. You pick one of these up here. You pick two of these down here. And, you're living the dream. For dessert, we've had the Celebrate to 50 years. Darn good. You got the banana split. I mean, by the way, this cheers to 50 years. You can share that. It's big. You can share it. It's $32. It's shareable. Let's move on to the Crystal Palace. Completely different experience. The plaza doesn't have a theme, by the way. It's it's just kind of like Tony's Town Square. It's nice. It's Victorian. I would describe the ambiance as. It's not super big, but the Crystal Palace, speaking of, Victorian, but it's a character dining. So we got breakfast from 8 to 10:45, and then lunch and dinner menus mostly the same. There's actually, during lunch, you don't get the prime rib. Normally it's like a ham or a turkey. It should have prime rib. I'd like to see it. At least when we went there was no prime rib. Crystal Palace is opposite. So if the plaza is here, take a left at the castle on your way to Adventureland. And you end up at the Crystal Palace. For breakfast, $45 for an adult, $29 for kids. But you sit down and you're like, wow, that's a lot of money. But you get the characters. So this is a little bit of a BOGO. You choose the value. Do you want to see characters? If the answer is yes, you might want to consider this. If your answer is no, then, it's still a cool experience. And then if you're like, well, if I want to see characters, do I want to wait in line outside to see the characters, or do I want a lot of characters to see me? You'll get Piglet, Tigger, Pooh, Eeyore. Everyone's coming to you there. And you go up, you grab your food, whatever you like. If you don't like it, grab something different. But in my experience, the breakfast here, the breakfast anywhere, breakfast is largely the same with some minor little nuances. But this is a pretty traditional offering. For dinner, price goes up a little bit, $59.38, same characters. Hey, team. With the Halloween party coming up, I'd like to just make a quick little mention here. If you're doing dinner during the Halloween party, just note we've eaten at the Crystal Palace. We've eaten at Cinderella's Royal Table. Well, there's no difference. The experience is the same. The cost is the same. There's no, Mickey running around in a Halloween costume. There's no, pumpkin. It's the exact same as if it was Valentine's Day. There's no different. So if anything, it's taking time out of your day. My recommendation is for those thinking about doing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, is to just eat dinner before. That way you're maximizing the time that you paid for, $100 plus per ticket to get that in. Otherwise, the Crystal Palace here is solid. You got the prime rib. You got the country fried steak. And we enjoy it. It's a buffet, so the quality compared to the other places maybe not as robust, but the characters. And it's a good buffet. Let me say that. It's not a bad buffet. It's a solid buffet. Let's go into Jungle Navigation Crew, Jungle Skipper Canteen. We've eaten here once. These are the hours that it's there. go into Adventureland. It's this little circle right here. You can, opposite of Swiss Family Tree Robinson, you can miss it. It's pretty obscure. Appetizers, they got some stuff here. It's got funny names, but also the food is, well, about as diverse as the Jungle Cruise. It's it's an experience, and it's good. But for us, it was a one and done. You can take a look here at the menu. I got the hanger steak. It was okay. Tastes like chicken because it is. Other people in my family got that. It was good. We got the noodles. That was good. There's good food here. The trick is when you get to the kids, there is chicken strips. There is chicken strips. It was just kind of the name. I don't know. I was just nobody. When we left, nobody said, "Hey, we're doing this again." Give it a shot. So when you walk in there, it's decorated like you're in the Jungle Cruise. It's a cool experience. I would recommend it, especially if you're a Jungle Cruise fan, and maybe you'll walk out of there saying, "Wow, this is actually pretty good. Let's do this again." It's just for us kind of a one and done. The dessert, we had the chocolate cake, the kungaloosh, and somebody had the coconut bar with, and they thought that was good. I mean, listen, dessert's dessert. All right, Diamond Horseshoe. Going to switch it up a little bit and go into a family style feast. Not a buffet. It is like a buffet, but it is family style. As a matter of fact, the next two, we got the Horseshoe and Liberty Tree Tavern. There'll be these two circles. We'll go through them pretty quick because they are similar. They serve the same food. But the decor's pretty cool. That piano up there that you see, it plays. And you got open seating down here, so it's cool to look at, and you're off your feet. It's air conditioned. It's nice, especially in the summer, team. If you're going in the summer, it's going to be hot. $39, pretty reasonably priced. Thanksgiving, you get the mixed greens, salad, and ooey gooey toffee cake. So, and then you got the feast: turkey, pot roast, oven roast, mashed potatoes, vegetables, stuffing. The stuffing was good. Mac and cheese was good. We like this. This is good food. We enjoyed it. And then, of course, for the dessert, was the ooey gooey toffee cake. Try to save room. It's tough to save room, but they'll bring you back anything. If you only want the turkey, they'll bring you back more turkey. If you only want the dressing, more dressing, etc. So Liberty Tree Tavern. Now this, you might be like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. We walk in there, the wood kind of creaks. If you've ever walked into Cracker Barrel, kind of like that kind of feel. The decorating it's a cool, very cool experience. Same price, same menu, different name. Patriots platter, but still turkey dressing and everything there. So it's good. It's our it's a go-to, and reservations are largely available. Now, Cinderella's Royal Table. Hey, how do I get there? It's the castle. It's in the castle. If you make reservations, if you're thinking of making reservations, really want to target that 60 days out. You want to go in at like 6 a.m. because all the travel agents who are working with people, they're on the bit to get it. So it's a harder one to get. Not impossible, just harder. And you're eating in the castle. That's the value. It's expensive. You got to prepay, unlike the other ones. When you make a reservation, you pay after you check out. This one is you pay ahead. 60. So for breakfast, $65 for adults. If you have somebody in your group who just wants to eat in the castle, boys and girls can, everybody. It's something for everybody to do. You will meet a princess on your way in, and then the princesses go and visit throughout the meal. So it's a pretty cool photo op. And this is the breakfast. Traditional breakfast is pretty good. I got the tenderloin, $65. I'm getting a steak. And then the kids, what are the kids going to eat? You got a Mickey waffle there. And then the adults. Oh, and if at any time you're like, whoa, that went past, just pause. There's stuff to eat here. Just really for this, it's really an experience. Dinner, $80 dinner, plus tax and gratuity. I've had the beef. I'm a beef guy. I like beef. And that was the appetizer, braised beef appetizer. And now you get more beef if you like beef. If you like chicken, you're in luck. If you like pork tenderloin, you're doing good there. I got the clock strikes 12 just because I like the name. But Yeah, I mean, the food is good. Is it? Am I going to tell you that, hey, it's $80 good? No, no. I mean, you can go anywhere in the outside of Disney, and for $80, you can have a bang up meal, but you're not eating in the castle. Food is good. It's not bad. It's just, I've had an $80 steak at a fancy restaurant in Nashville, and that, like, wow, wow, that was $80. Here it's the decor. You're paying for the decor. Where are your kids going to eat? Well, for $47, they're going to eat something. How about chicken nuggets? There you go. Who doesn't like chicken nuggets? Or fish of the day. All right, let's keep going on here. Kids also get to eat dessert and their swords, and they get to take the swords home. I believe some people get a wand, some people get swords, and it's a lot of fun. All right, be our guest. This will be our last item here. Now here we're talking like real theming. So as you're looking in here, if you go in here, they're off to your left. So if you get seated, you don't really get to pick where you sit. Normally we eat in the dark room with the rows, but Beast comes out, he's walking, and people take pictures, and there's a photo opportunity with him. When he sits in his chamber, the chandeliers, the decorating here is fantastic. It is just. But there's 3 different rooms. Fantastic. It's located up here behind the castle, next to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It's a la carte. No. It's prefix. That's what I meant. So you get to $67. You pick a appetizer. I always get the French onion, so people get the salad or the duck. Nobody complains. It's good food. And then for the entree, I get the butterfly center cut fillet. Other people get other stuff. The food's good, similar to what I said about the castle. For the money, is it going to knock you out? No, but the decor will certainly keep you busy. The kids, what are your kids going to eat? For fruit and cheese plate. Some of this stuff, listen, the fruit and cheese plate, it's not like American cheese and cheddar cheese. It's fancy. It's fancy cheese. So if your kid doesn't have a very refined palate, it can be fancy and memories. My kid didn't have a refined palate. All right, they can eat tenderloin, pan-seared chicken breast, and then they can add their sides, add the dessert. Just remember to try the gray stuff. Why? Well, you know why. If you know. If you know, you know. All right, let's go on to the Epcot. Epcot has a lot of places to eat here. Let's start off with let's hit hard here. Here's all the places we're going to cover, and we're going to hit hard with Space 220. We're gonna start it out. So lunch is from 11:30 to 3. This is probably the hardest reservation, even harder to get than the Royal Table. And the idea is here you go into an elevator when you check in, and you go up into space. And this is your view, and things are, space stations and all sorts of stuff's going on out the window. So very cool experience. And well, just like eating in space, it's not cheap. Not cheap to eat in space. $79 for adults, a little cheaper for kids. And you choose, you get an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert, and all of that. So when you do, you just choose one of these, and then you can add to your cost if you like. If you're like, whoa, wait, I don't want an 8-ounce filet. I want 24-ounce bone-in ribeye. I did that. I made my $79 meal, a $100 meal. And I'll be honest, that wasn't the best ribeye I had. I didn't send it back. It was I don't know. Maybe it's the seasoning. I didn't like it. It's tough to tell. But the experience is cool. I think everyone should do this once. The short rib was enjoyed by people. The filet, I've enjoyed the filet. We've eaten here 3 times now. Duck breast, that was good. The jumbo shells, also good. We've eaten here. It's good. I didn't like the ribeye. There's another place that makes a good ribeye. It's not this place. For dessert, man, I think we've gotten everything. I got the carrot cake. It was delightful. It was solid. What about the kids? For $30, the kids can eat Steak and fries. That's pretty good. Macaroni and cheese. How about chicken tenders? Boom. And it's no joke. I mean, there's some food on there. $29. It's pretty good. All right, let's move up a little bit. We're going to Mexico land. So we're moving from here up here into the pyramid. Highly recommend this because you're eating in the pyramid. There's only another ride that I can think of that's in a ride is the Blue Bayou in Disneyland. This is, I guess like that. You got to ride the Tres Amigos, and it's like going into your local Mexican restaurant. A pretty authentic Mexican experience. The names, of course, are Mexican. The description is in English, and I normally get the carne asada. It's good. It's good food. We enjoy it. It's a staple. Your kids, will they get chicken tenders? Yeah, they can get chicken tenders or quesadillas. You choose some stuff to eat there. Dessert, pyramids recommended. I enjoy it. Other stuff you can get. Go ahead. Across the street, similar experience, not in the pyramid. So this is right here. Right here's the La Hacienda de San Hel. Hey, noteworthy. The names here, check this out. So you got the La Hacienda de San Hel, right here. But you also have the San Angel Inn. And I made a reservation for La Hacienda de San Hel. Thought it was in the pyramid. It was not. But this one, you have a view of the water. And that's nice. The menu is strikingly similar. So I won't belabor the point. There's food to eat. So there's food to eat. Chicken tenders, quesadillas, something for the kids as well. Pyramid, the dessert is very similar. Now, if you want, maybe you weren't able to successfully grab Cinderella's Royal Table and you want to eat with princesses, this Icarus Royal Banquet Hall is right here, Norway Land, right in front of the Frozen ride. And let's show you what's in there. $63 for adults, $41 for kids. And it is a buffet. You go up, get what you want. This is kind of what they have. Think Scandinavian food, I suppose, a Norwegian cuisine, if you will. And you get as much as you want. And I think they have 3 or 4 princesses that go to the table for photo ops. And then they there's, like, hey, everyone stand up. And there'll be like a choo-choo train, Congo line with princesses that go around. So for the children seem to enjoy that. That's fun. More photo opportunities, I suppose. There you go. Then if Chinese food is more your thing, right next to Norway Land is China Land. And you got the menu here. You got the appetizers up there. It's like going to if the pyramid was like going to your neighborhood Mexican restaurant, well, this is like going to your neighborhood Chinese restaurant. It's good. I had some sweet and sour, maybe I had the salt and pepper shrimp. It was good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And it was good. Maybe Chinese food isn't your thing. Maybe your beer garden, Germany land is right back here. And this is a buffet, $49. But listen, the food is good. The grapefruit adult beverage is also good. But the entertainment here is good. About, every 45 minutes or so, the stage opens up. And, if you've ever seen the commercials like Ricola, it's like a German band comes out and they do like a gig. And it's 15, 20 minutes long. It's fantastic. It's a good time. We always enjoy it. I recommend it, if only for that. Maybe you're in the mood for Italian or pizza. Keep going from Germany land, and you mark back here. And there's 2 places. Via Napoli will be kind of on your left side. Been here many times. I've been in every minute of the other one. If I'm going to eat Italian, I'm going to eat Via Napoli. Tough reservation to get, but they got the meter-long pizza. The pizza's great. We've never had a bad pizza here. Chicken Alfredo is the other thing that we get. Kids can eat chicken tenders if they don't like pizza, and you're living the dream there. Pizzas, small, medium, really large. If you we normally go with a group of 8, and a meter is good for 8. It works. Oh, and there's some dessert, tiramisu, etc. Never eaten at this place right here, but it looks like a Olive Garden experience. That's opposite of Via Napoli on the right. You got your appetizers, and then you got chicken parmesan and some steak here. So that's If you can't get Vienna Napoli and you got a hankering for some Italian, give that a shot. Kids, will they eat chicken tenders? Yeah, they can eat chicken tenders here. How about a cheese or pepperoni pizza? Yeah, they're in luck. They're living the dream. Pasta, spaghetti, ravioli, pretty much it seems like an Olive Garden experience in Epcot. That's the difference. Maybe you have a hankering for some hibachi or sushi. Well, go to Japanland, which is right back here, and you can get hibachi or sushi. And that's the menu for that. Can your kids get anything? This is tricky. We didn't get chicken tenders here. And so my kid got to eat some chicken breast. And that was fun. If the palate's not refined yet, you can struggle. But if your kid likes steak, well, hey, okay. Never eaten here yet. I'm still trying to get the Epcot dessert thing lined up with the fireworks show. But this is in Morocco land right here on the water. Looks like it just serves some variety of small plates to try. Made traditionally to the Morocco cuisine. That's the prices. I've eaten here I've gotten some stuff here during the festival, like food and garden festivals that they have, food and wine. Just have not sat down yet. That's the goal, one day. Chester, France, on the other hand, I have eaten at a couple times. Really good food. It's in France land, of course, and that is right here in front of the Remy ride. And if the other stuff, the titles in Mexico land were in Spanish, then this is in Parlez-vous français, s'il vous plaît, and you get some stuff. I had the steak, recommend the steak. And what about the kids? What is the kid going to eat? Grilled chicken tenderloins? Is that the same as a chicken strip? I've not been able to convince my kid that the breading removed off of a chicken strip is still a chicken strip. I haven't been able to do it. But otherwise, everything else here is in French. And the dessert's good, just like in France. And if you need to pause here to take a look at the menu, the food here is pretty good. I mean, it is pretty stinking good. But we're going to continue on to go to England land. This is good for fish and chips. We ate here because I failed to get a good Thanksgiving reservation. So we ate here for Thanksgiving. It's right here on the water. Here's kind of what's going on. We got the salad. I'm not much of a Scotch egg guy. I don't like eggs. A lot of people got the fish and chips. Somebody got the shepherd's pie. We didn't get the stuff over here on the right. Fish and chips was pretty good. It was really good. And I don't think we got any of the dessert, but the dessert looks good. Plant-based vanilla gelato. Are you kidding me? Who doesn't love plant-based ice cream? Kids, will they get chicken strips? No, but they can get chicken strips of the sea. Fish and chips. Le Cellier Steakhouse. Listen, team, the best steak in all of Disney World, Le Cellier Steakhouse. It's in Canada Land. Canada Land's right here. And this is, for my money, anywhere in Disney World. Maybe there's another place that ties that won't be in this video, but anywhere in the theme parks, best steak you can get. We didn't get any of these appetizers, and I'll show you why in a minute. While these look good, we ended up with the poutine, which is on a different slide. This steak is phenomenal. It is absolutely fantastic. Other people, my brother tried the bison. I got the filet. Other people got the pork because they were getting tired of steak. That was a mistake. You can add enhancements down at the bottom. Kids, can they get chicken strips here? No, but they can get steak. It's like chicken, I guess. Can add sides there. And here's the poutine. We got both a couple of these things to share. It was good. It was like gravy with French fries, and what's not to like. Finally, closing out Epcot, Garden Grill. Character experience that is located over here in this pavilion area where Soren is, living off of the land. Sit down, family style. They bring the food to you. You get to eat with Chip and Dale, Goofy, and Mickey. Farmer Mickey. Mickey's dressed up as a farmer. $55 for an adult, and the food is good. The food is actually really good. The beef, as I'm sure you probably imagine, but the chicken was good too. Mac and cheese. The food here was really good. Berry shortcake. If you tried to save room, it was good. It was real good. There's now the kids also get to eat this. You can try. We were able to get some chicken tenders. It worked, and my kids enjoyed that. Now let's go into Hollywood Studios. Halfway through the theme park, They have some solid dining here. We'll review these locations. Hollywood and Vine will be our first item that we discuss. It's a character dining. They have breakfast and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but the menus, lunch and dinner is almost the same, really. $42, and you'll have the Disney Junior characters, Vampirina, Doc McStuffins, those types of folks visiting your table for photo ops. Breakfast is breakfast, except they have Banana Foster's French toast. That's pretty darn good. This is solid. This is like Crystal Palace is cool if you're in the Magic Kingdom, but if I had to choose, no, you have to choose one. I would choose this. I really would. Now, Hollywood and Vine dinner is a little bit more expensive, but you get there's a little bit more stuff to it. The tenderloin steak with horseradish cream, it's pretty good. It's a very solid buffet. It's good. 50s Primetime Cafe. Now here, it's like you're going back 50, 60 years into time and eating what it would be like back in the 50s. And they try to create an ambiance, like the cast tries to, keep your elbows off the table, sit up straight, eat all your vegetables, clean plate, kind of a thing. And there's TVs around showing 50s television on the TV. So it's kind of, they do a great job creating the experience. 50s Primetime is right next to Hollywood and Vine, right there in Echo Lake. Here's the entrees. The cool thing about this place is you're like, oh man, I don't know if I want the meatloaf, the chicken, or the pot roast. I just don't know. But they have the sampler right here, $28. That's what I get. A little bit of everything. I like everything. It's fantastic. Now, kids, you got salmon, grilled chicken, and Aunt Betty's chicken strips. So if your kid ain't a Sloppy Joe kid, and as time goes on, I'm running into fewer and fewer Sloppy Joe kids, chicken strips for the win. Desserts, fantastic. Warm apple crisp a la mode. As much as I like steaks, I'm a sucker for a good apple crisp. It's my passion. Brown Derby. Hey, team, take a look at this. Now, so we're going from, the 1950s to some very upscale dining, some really refined palates. This is to make you feel like you ate with some of the Hollywood elite at a restaurant there, in Hollywood. And so it's decorated accordingly. Pretty cool experience. But this is like their signature. And this salad is chopped so fine that you could probably, if you had a straw big enough, you could drink it. Where's Brown Derby? Right over here in front of Minnie's Runaway Railway, opposite of the Starbucks. The appetizers? Yeah, there's some stuff here. If your kid is misbehaving, you can always threaten to give them an appetizer, an escargot. I suppose that's a $20 joke on you because I don't know too many kids that eat that. My brother ate the roasted bone marrow. I can't eat the bone marrow, if only because of the title. I just can't do it. However, I can eat a filet, and I did, and I enjoy it. We've tried everything here. It's good. It's good food, priced appropriately for being good. Kids, what is your kid going to eat here? Well, they don't have chicken strips. They don't have pizza. But a hot dog's close. Most kids will eat that. And maybe, I don't know. Most kids are afraid of grilled beef. They just are. Desserts good. We normally share a chocolate cake or a coconut cake. And, we take it from there. All right. Sci-Fi Diner. So if you remember the 50s Primetime, this is a very tough to get reservation. Before we go on, I want to make a note that these cars, this is what you're eating in. And if you're a group larger than 5, it's tough to get in here. There is a handful of tables in the way back here that will hold a larger group. But in many of the places, you might be like, oh, I might add a person here or there. This is a place where it's really tough to add a person, mostly because we were a group of 4. We added a 5th. That means I had to eat half off the car. So anyway, long story short, there's a price to pay there. So, but hey, cool experience though. This is as if you're driving around in a 1950s car. So instead of watching 50s TV, you're watching 1950s movies, and that's exciting. Let's show you the menu here. Appetizers, we've had the onion rings, the dill pickles, the wings. The food's good. If you like burgers, you're going to love this place. The burgers are good. The one that I get is, well, I got the classic American burger many times, and then I normally try to get the feature film burgers, just something they make on the fly, and it's normally pretty good too. Can your kids get chicken strips here? They sure can. Top right hand corner, cheeseburger, and the desserts here are really good. The milkshakes are really good. The food here is just fantastic. Mama Melrose, this is just it's the vibe here. You got the decor, open seating theme. It's vibrant. It's got a pretty cool environment. No characters or nothing, but it's an Italian restaurant. You got your Italian appetizers. You got your entrees. Now, let me go back. This flatbread, if you don't see anything on the other page that you like, you can turn the flatbread into a pepperoni pizza. I've seen that done before. My dad does that every time. He makes them add mushrooms too. Otherwise, the entrees normally I get the spaghetti, I get the chicken parmesan. The food's good. Yeah, all of it. You were comparing to Olive Garden. It's similar to Olive Garden experience. It's good. What were your kids eating? Is there chicken strips? No, but there's cheese pizza. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Desserts, just like the other Italian restaurants. Rodeo Roundup. We're going here in June, and we're excited to try it. Family style dining, $45, and you get they bring you some bread, they bring you some salad, and they bring you, well, it looks like you get some ribs, brisket, and sausage, and I'm excited about that, as well as some chicken. So that's going to be great. Select 4 of these things. I don't know if they'll let me pick the fried pickles, my family. So probably get the mac and cheese, probably some loaded spuds, maybe some corn on the cob, and some potato salad. I'll try to work on them for the fried pickles. I like fried pickles. I like how they taste. And then for dessert, everyone gets to pick something. And there is no kids menu there. You just kind of got to, everyone gets to share. All right, Animal Kingdom. We're finishing strong as you walk into the Animal Kingdom. If you're hungry right off the bat, or maybe you're leaving and you realize that, hey, man, I'm really hungry. I don't want to wait till I get back to wherever I'm going. You can eat at the Rainforest Cafe. It's right at the entrance. And this is like your Rainforest Cafe in your local mall, Landry's Restaurant. They serve breakfast here. I won't spend too much time here, but they have a variety of stuff. There's a lot of stuff here. Lunch and dinner, that's the menu sampling. Here's some appetizers. And that's a solid appetizer there. There's so much. There's a lot of food here. This menu is comprehensive. We do eat here. We eat here quite a bit. The food is. I normally get the rib steak and shrimp trios. I'm sure you can imagine. I think it's priced pretty reasonably. Food's good. And then, of course, you get the volcano. It's fun to get the volcano for dessert. You can share it. We share it with 8, and they come out and yell volcano, and they all come out. It's on fire. It's like sparklers and stuff. It's pretty cool. Hey, kids, what is your kid going to eat? Is there chicken strips? We got shrimp, chicken tidbits. Bam, there you go, chicken strips right there. Jurassic chicken tidbits. Let's go on to Tiffin's. Man, you want to talk about refined palate. This is fine dining in Animal Kingdom. We've eaten here. This food is even finer than mine. People swear by it. People swear that it's good. The charcuterie. Be careful. Oh, meat and cheese. My kid will love this. The cheese is. I've never had cheese like this. It's good cheese. Just it's strong cheese. It's strong. Yeah. The main courses. I had surf and turf. That's something I would do, and I enjoyed that. That was tasty. I just couldn't ever get that taste of the cheese out of my mouth. So I would avoid that unless you're just a cheese person. You're like, oh no, this guy is not definitely, he keeps eating steak, but he's not eating fine cheeses. I just could never get the taste. I still, even years later, I remember. What is your kid going to eat? If there's no chicken strips, a chicken thigh is like a chicken strip. All right, let's keep going. 50th anniversary. You got some Lion King here. Tusker House. Let's go from fine dining to a buffet diner. Character dining experience. Very cool. And these are the characters. They're in their full safari gear because they're right out in front of the safari. Great place to get breakfast. $45 for breakfast. And breakfast is breakfast is breakfast, and no difference here except here they give you jungle juice with your meal, and that's pretty cool. Start your breakfast off with a hard-boiled egg. Go up there and get some eggs. Impress your friends. And otherwise, there's good meats, hams. It's a good breakfast. Listen, it's a good breakfast, good character breakfast. For dinner, $59, $38 for kids. You got bread, salads, and then you got all these meats listed here. I'm telling you, even for dinner, it's a solid dinner. It's very enjoyable. You got some sides, got some desserts. Yak and Yeti. This is a really cool place to eat. It's also a Landry restaurant. It's good. We enjoy it. I'm going to try to get reservations next month. 10:30 to 7:30 is when they're open. The menu, shareables right here. The ahi tuna nachos. If you like sushi, I say that with purpose because the tuna that's on here is sushi grade tuna. It says that too. It's the sauce that they put on these nachos, which is kind of like a sweet and sour. It's really super hard to describe. Oh, wonton. That's what I was trying to. It's on wontons, wonton chips. Very good. Highly recommend. That's probably one of the reasons we'll go. Yeah, it's really good. Don't really eat much salad, but if you're a salad person, it looks like they have some very solid options for you. We do try to get the dragon roll bowl. That's very enjoyable. Otherwise, I've had the lo mein shrimp. I have had coconut shrimp over here. I've had the Korean beef and sweet and sour chicken and honey. Listen, food here is good. We enjoy the food quite a bit. My brother had the Kobe burger. My mom had the barbecue ribs. It's good food. And the dessert, man, I don't ever really remember having the dessert just because I was so full. There's dessert here. So anyway, menus change. Just in case you're wondering, hey, how do we get there? These menus look good. I got them from Walt Disney World's website under things to do, make dining reservations. Hope this video helps. There's a whole bunch of other videos. Quick service. We did a quick service video if you want to compare that menu to these menus, and how to use Genie Plus, when to use Genie Plus, best time to use Genie Plus, and of course, a bunch of hotel reservation items there. So anyway, see you in the next video. Bye.